So just in case you heard first period, I think the other periods heard this, but first period didn't. We're only going to do the side of the sheet that you're seeing now. Let me pull up the exact sheet here. Only this side. The other side was actually supposed to be problems, but I accidentally copied the answer key instead. Kind of in a hurry this morning, so I'm sorry about that. I hate to disappoint you, but there's nothing you can do with that, really. So don't worry about the other side. We're only doing this side for homework, and we're going to do all these problems. So let's minimize it here. So it says write an expression for the perimeter of the figure below. So I wanted to go over these because these are pretty important. You'll see some of these later. We'll do more of these when we do geometry, but I wanted to go ahead and start some now. Most 7th graders come to us knowing the perimeter is the distance around. So it's from here to here. It's all the way around the shape. And to find the distance around something, most 7th graders already know that you add. So I'm going to assume that you're pretty good with that much. You know to find the perimeter you would add. So, you know, if I had just a simpler problem, like this was 2, 3, you know to find the perimeter, we'd say 2 plus 2 is 4, 3 plus 3 is 6, 4 plus 6 equals 10, and that would be the perimeter. So most of the time, you guys will be pretty good at that. So let me just clear that off so that we have what you need to write. So once again, please write all these steps, don't just wait to the answer. That's no good. So everything along the way. So instead of 2s and 3s, though, we have whole like expressions, binomials here. So we're going to start off with this x. That's this side. From here to here is x. We don't know how long it is, so we call it x. So then we'll put our other side from here to here. Sorry, it's not completely straight. That side is 2x plus 2. Then we're going to move on around the shape here. Oh, we already did that color, so let's do this. From here to there, and that is 6x plus 7. And then let's move to our final side, here to here, and that's 3x plus 2. So now we have all our sides listed, and we just talked about what you do to find perimeter, and that is to add all the sides. Out of here, deleted it. So we're going to just take this side and just basically add them all together. We put plus signs between them. Now, we know we always, just like we always simplify fractions, we always have to simplify. So we've written the expression, we've done what it said to do, but we have to simplify. Don't know what happened there. For some reason it's not wanting to cooperate. We have to simplify. All right, so that means we have to combine our terms that are alike together. So we have an x here. Are there any terms with x's other than that? Well, let's see. There's a 2x, and remember it's a positive 2x. Any other x terms? Let's look around. Oh, yeah, right here it says 6x. And then right here we have a 3x. That's a lot of x's. So let's, first of all, this would be a 1x. Remember, it's always 1 if you don't see it. The 1x plus 2x is 3x. Plus 6x is 9x. Plus 3 more x is 12x. So we have 12 x's. We're going to cross those out. Now we have a positive 7, a positive 2, a positive 7, and another positive 2. So 7 plus 2 is 9, plus 2 more makes 11. So plus 11. And that would be an expression for the perimeter. Basically, you add all the sides, and then you combine your like terms. Once again, this has an x, that doesn't, so we can't do anything else. We're done with that problem. This problem should go a little bit faster. So we have this side, it is 6x plus 5. And, well, this side would be the same thing because there are 2 of them. It's a rectangle. They're congruent when they're across from each other. There's one other way to do this, but we're just going to do it this way for now. So we have 2 6x plus 5 sides. Then we have this side, which is 3x. Well, and the side across from it would also be 3x. They're congruent. Now, to find perimeter, remember we take all our sides and we add them together. So we're going to take these sides, and add them all together. So we have 6x. Any like terms that we can put? Oh, another 6x. 3x, and another 3x. So go ahead and add those together. So we have 18 x's. And then we have two 5s. So 5 plus 5 is 10. And that's as simple as we can make it. So that's the perimeter. We can't actually find the perimeter unless they come and tell us x equals something. So we're done. If they ever tell us what x equals, we can go back and find the perimeter, but not in this one. So for this one, there are a couple ways to do it. Remember, to find the perimeter, you add all the sides. So it says it's irregular. That means all the sides are the same. That means they're all 4x. So you could do it, I have 4x, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. So you could do 4x plus 4x plus 4x and do that 6 times, or you could just do 4x times 6, which would be 24x's, 24x, and that would be the perimeter. And if you listed 4x plus 4x plus 4x over and over and did that 6 times, you would also get 24x. You get the same answer. All right, write the expression for the perimeter of a rectangle with a length that is 5 inches longer than its width. So anytime you see a problem about a shape and they don't give you the shape to look at, the first thing you should do is just draw a shape so you have something to look at. A lot of word problems are made easier if you have something to look at. So the perimeter rectangle with a length that is 5 inches longer than its width. So the width is what we know, that's what we have to start with, since the length is 5 inches longer than that. So for the width, we're just going to put W is the width. Now the length is 5 inches longer than this. So I need to take the W, and how do I make it longer? Would I add, subtract, multiply, divide? Well, yeah, I'd add 5, because it's 5 inches longer. Let me just double check it just to make sure that's right. Write the expression for the perimeter length that is 5 longer than the width. So we have our width. If you add 5, you get the length. So this would be the rectangle. Now that we have something to look at, it's exactly the same as the other problems. You just add all the sides. W plus 5 is the top, plus W plus 5 is the bottom. Now we have two W's to add on. Okay, and then you can combine your like terms. W plus W, W and plus W would be 1, 2, 3, 4 W's. And then 5 plus 5 would be 10. And that would be the perimeter. Let's read the last one. Write the expression for the perimeter of a rectangle with a length that is, and right now I'm going to go ahead and stop so I have something to look at, draw that shape. Now I'll continue. With a length that is 4 centimeters longer than 3 times its width. So once again, the length is talked about in relation to the width. So let's start with the width, W. So the length here is 4 centimeters longer than 3 times this. So I know when it says longer than, more than, I need to flip the problem and put plus 4 here. Longer than would be plus 4. And then 3 times its width would be 3 times the width was W, so 3 times W. So this would be, let's check it. You have 3 times the width, 3W, and it says 4 longer, so we're adding 4. So that would be the rectangle. Now for the expression, we just add them all together. 3W plus 4 plus 3W plus 4 plus, then we have 2 W's. Sorry, it's kind of running the other problem. And you combine your like terms, you would get, let's see, 3, 6, 7, 8 W's. And then 4 plus 4 be plus 8. Sorry, I know that's a little sloppy. Hopefully you can make it out. If not, ask me tomorrow. I'll show you what it should be there. I just didn't want to go over, I didn't really want to go over 9 minutes, so we went a little longer. So write down questions you have, bring them to me so we can talk about them, and we'll go over this if we need to tomorrow.